Welcome. In front of me I have the PULSAR mouse, which is the X2 V2 version of it, and I will go over unboxing along with just a quick look at the device itself. So anyway, popping it open, we do have two little seals to cut through, and at the back of the box we do have a nice little info window along with the backside and how it looks like the mouse looks underneath. So going through it, we have flagship sensor, then we have 26,000 dpi, 650 IPS, switch optical, and encoder PULSAR blue. Anyway, I just pop it open. So this is basically a high performance mouse designed for gaming, as it would you'll probably get from here. It does give you a couple info. These are just more like broad descriptions. So we have ultra light wireless symmetrical esports mouse, low hump. I assume it's yep. Whoa, that is whoa, what the hell? That literally feels like this feels lighter than I would expect just a plastic shell to be. This is something. Ooh, insanely light. Now it does supposedly weigh only, what was it, 50 grams? Yep, 50 grams, which you can see right here. I have no weight to scale to actually check that, but yeah, based on like just grabbing it in my hand, it just feels like it feels lighter than I would, like I said, expect just a shell of a mouse to weigh. And I do have my Logitech, which one was it? The G305, which I consider to be relatively light. Now, let's actually whip out the battery. Whoa. Okay, there we go, cut the battery. And even without the battery, this mouse is significantly heavier than this. Now, we're talking about, I'm saying significantly heavier, though both of these mice are still light. But when you compare these two together, yeah, you can feel the weight of this one. Now, when it comes down to my little Logitech mouse, most of the weight actually feels like it's at the front. Here, the weight seems to be spread out evenly, so I can't really feel like there's more weight at the front or back. And I honestly can't really feel that there is any weight. So yeah, insanely light mouse. We also have more info, which I didn't. So we have low hump, wide waist. I assume it just refers to the width of the mouse, which I would consider to be kind of standard. It's what I'm used to. As you can see, this is my, like I said, Logitech 305, and it's about the same width as you can see. Now going. So yeah, you can see it's relatively similar. And a claw palm grip, so you can either hold it kind of like like this, or just, I personally prefer to kind of have more flat kind of approach to it. And Jesus, yeah, this is insanely light mouse. Now, I did watch videos about these mice before, and I knew that they are light, but I just never actually had the grasp on how light they are. So yeah, pretty wild. Now, going over additional things, as you've seen before on the box, we do have a bit of an insight into the internals right here. So we do have some kind of plastic covering. I don't think this is the battery, but we have some info. So V2, one size. Then we have a switch to turn it on and off. Then we have the DPI switch right here, and our little glide feet. Now, I don't know if these are Teflon, or I think they are, though I could be wrong. So yeah, now we should, I believe, have a, there we go, a receiver. So there's our receiver. At least I think that is it. Yep, there we go. And under here as well, we can, there we go, pull that out. We have, ooh, nice, we have a nice braided cable with a silicone, come on, silicone thing that will allows you to just kind of clamp it up. We can get rid of this. So obviously you can use this mouse wired in a wired mode. at least I believe. So let's plug it in. One thing that I also want to point out, the cable, light, braided, thin, and also isn't kind of like, you know, sticking to its original form. So it's pliable. So it shouldn't be very annoying. It's more like a string rather than a cable, which I would say it's a pretty good thing. I assume I'm gonna plug it in this way. Okay. And yeah, it's working on my screen right here. Even on this table right here, these little feet right here feel really smooth, glidey. Now, I don't really have any kind of, you know, mouse pad that would be very good for this mouse. The only thing I do have is this kind of like, what you call it, Phil's pad or whatever. And it still feels nice. It does have a bit more resistance, which is primarily just this kind of material. But yeah, it still feels nice. I'm just kind of comparing it to mine. Okay, yeah, this one on here has much more resistance. So when it comes down to just glide, this one feels much smoother. And obviously, like I mentioned, it works wired, so you don't need to use it wirelessly if you don't want to. But if you do, you can just unplug this, switch it on, switch, and have this little plug right here. Again, I'm gonna just test it out how that works. Come on, plug it in. There we go. And it works as well. So yeah, feels really nice. I honestly really like this mouse now. Wasn't excited about mice before, at least this one specifically. I did see it before. I seen YouTubers make a review of these, and they were all praising it in terms of primarily in terms of weight and all that stuff. Not the biggest like advocate for, you know, super light mice, but it does feel really nice. So yeah, and it fits my hand well. It might be because, like I said, I'm very used to the Logitech, and that has a very similar kind of shape. Just kind of showcase this from a profile. These are the two mice. They are about the same height. The only difference is it feels like the Logitech has a bit more of a hump at the back right here to fit your palm a bit better. So that's one thing. While this one is, even though it still looks like it does have it, it does lay differently in my hand. I don't know how to explain this. In terms of height, again, about the same, not much difference there. So dimension wise, they are very similar, but like I said, where the difference is the weight. And this is much heavier compared to this, what feels like just a plastic shell, literally without any kind of internals. So anyway, there we go. That's basically the PULSAR mouse and all of its accessories. The only thing that I don't know is why we have this kind of thing. So you can have it plugged in. Whatever. Probably should have looked into that beforehand, but I guess it's too late now. So anyway, with that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to smash like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.